Hello everyone and welcome back to the Jump Force character reviews. Today we are covering Kenshiro from Face of the North Star. No last name needed. Kenshiro is more of a unique character, and the reason this episode took a bit longer, I wanted to do Kenshiro before Hisoka, but I took a bit more time with Kenshiro to talk about his abilities for here, and I'm going to explain that mostly in a moment. So, let's just get straight into gameplay like our new format shows, and let's talk about Kenshiro. He is a close-range combatant. He uses Hakudo no Ken, his martial artist fighting style, to his advantage for his combos as well as the special moves. However, his special moves also do different status effects. Nearly all of them actually have a status effect, but not his main one, his right trigger X, called 100 Rendering Fist. What 100 Rendering Fist does, is the name implies, is that it basically makes Kenshiro charge up, which is pretty great for a different diverse range of combos, and he just punches the ever-loving crap out of you, like that! Oh, and yes, I will be playing the audio for that noise. Darn. There we go. It should be noted that 100 Rendering Fist can be charged, which is pretty great because this gives Kenshiro a lot more options for his directional combos to figure out a way to end. You can use a down combo, a forward combo, a dash combo. You can use any kind of combo, and then you can find a way to end it with 100 Rendering Fist pretty easily. It's all about timing mostly. His second move, right trigger Y, is called Heaven Splitting Life and Death. It is a projectile attack which, when activated, can hit your opponent up to 7 times, and it causes a debuff. For this move in particular, this causes them to have a mobility gauge lock, meaning that they can't dash, they can't escape, they can't do anything with their mobility meter, and it's not going to recharge for about 10 seconds actually. It's going to take 10 seconds for them to get that back. It's a great combo user, and it's his support move. It's pretty useful, but also useful is Awakening of the Senses. It is a 2-meter dash ability which just straight up punch you, which gives you a physical resistance debuff on your opponent, meaning that they can take punch attacks a whole lot easier. You can combo into it and then go for a combo afterwards, which is pretty awesome. So a good way to use it is try to get Awakening of the Senses off first if you can, and then you can go for your 100 Rendering Fist here so that you can do more damage. That's all Kenshiro's game plan is, status into damage. This way your opponent can't fight you back really. It's pretty neat. Alright, so Kenshiro goes into Muso Tensei, which puts him in a state of nothingness. This will allow him to go shirtless as well as protect after him, which is when you dodge, which is pretty neat. And it can confuse your opponent a little bit unless your opponent is a skill tracker. And he stays shirtless for the rest of the match into his ultimate attack here, which is called Battle Grief. Basically, he just beats the ever-living crap out of you a bunch of different ways, and it is so awesome. It's probably the second best ult in the game in my personal opinion when we did the Jump Force rate the ultimates. So here you guys go with all the audio included, and those are the after images into what we call Battle Grief. I can't remember the name of the board. Oh, it's Muso Tensei, right? I think that's what it's called. Alright, there we go. That's just the basic special abilities and abilities of Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. Overall, pretty good. A little bit complicated with the timing into 100 Rendering Fist and understanding how his debuffs can really work and be used for his combos. So why don't we just cut straight to some gameplay, and we can talk about what I think of Kenshiro, and of course, give you guys the recommended support that I would use. You don't have to use that. This is personally, but hey, give it a shot. So what do I think of Kenshiro as a character so far? He is pretty much a pretty fun character. He was a little bit hard for me to learn, but then going back over him, it's pretty fun to play as him, as well as to understand those debuffs, since they're each 10 seconds, and I didn't mention this in the gameplay section, but you can stack each debuff, but they still have their own timer. However, with Kenshiro, he doesn't really need all of his debuffs to actually be very effective, because he can just go in straight for the kill if he felt like it. As for assists, I would recommend for Kenshiro, of course you gotta get your rookie in so you can understand the timing of this. But you want assists that can help you with your combos more specifically. First of all, the one I would recommend mostly, but not 100%, is Dio. I prefer Dio's assists compared to Jotaro's because Checkmate does have that bit more range. as well as the fact that it's a pretty neat way for you to stun your opponent so you can hit that Hammering Rending Fist or go for that combo a whole lot easier. But if you want a really interesting support, some of you may have made fun of my Aizen pick, but I would recommend, as an assist for Kenshiro's combos, pick Gaara. I kid you not. In the clip I'm about to show, as long as I remember to upload it, what this assist can do for you is quite fun. You can go for a typical 100 Fist combo, and then using Sand Tsunami to interrupt that combo, and then resuming your combo while Sand Shower is active will allow you to get over 100 hits in just 2 combos, which is pretty neat, and the damage on that is ridiculous. Without debuff as well is pretty awesome. But those are assists I would recommend for Kenshiro. If you want to play Kenshiro, you can play differently. You can find assists that you think works best. But overall, as far as assist goes, I would always recommend, for Kenshiro at least, that you get an assist that can extend those combos or can help you with those combos, because Kenshiro combos are so much fun to do. Now, where do I rate Kenshiro? Well, believe it or not, Kenshiro had a pretty high score going into this, but there is no reference to the one and only yeah, so because of that, I did deduct some points off of Kenshiro. I also took in the fact that it is a little bit more of a learning curve with this character than some of the other characters we've gone over. But overall, he's a great character. He's a lot of fun, and I would say try him if you don't have anyone else you want to main right away. Kenshiro gets a solid 7.25 out of 10. There's not much more to it besides that learning curve and the fact there's no reference to the one and only famous Umae wa Shinderu. Well, that's gonna do it for Kenshiro, the Wandering Fist of the North Star. This character was a lot of fun to talk about. This character was a lot of fun to play as, actually. Finding assists for him was actually the more challenging part of this whole ordeal with the way we do these videos now. But I thank you folks for watching this Kenshiro review, and let me know what characters you guys want me to see covered soon. I'm thinking about some characters I should cover, and I will get back to you folks later for either Jump Force news or another review.